everybody. Today we're going to do a 1911 breakdown. It seems like a lot of people seem to have problems with these pistols. They're not too difficult, but if you haven't done one before, they can be a little tricky. So what we're going to do is disassemble this, get it down to a cleaning level, as far as being broke down. We're not going to totally disassemble the gun, to everything, but at least get it broke down to where you would be able to clean it, put it back together. So stick around, we'll get it started. Okay, what we have here is a Preparedness 1911 GI Expert, and this gun has not been cleaned yet, so it is filthy, and you'll probably see that in the video as I take it apart. But we're going to use this as our model to show how to disassemble, how to reassemble. Seems like a lot of people seem to have problems with 1911s, and once you're familiar with them, they're not that difficult. And once you figure out all the mechanics and what's going to cause you problems as far as things lining up and sear springs in the way, the barrel length not lining up. Once you get that figured out, you're good to go. First off, remove the magazine, rack the slide on it, make sure the chamber is clear and you are not going to accidentally have a discharge. A lot of people that seem to get shot like to use the excuse, well, I was cleaning my gun. Well, I don't necessarily believe all those. I think they were doing something stupid most of the time, and they're just using that as an excuse. But make sure everything's clear. Make sure that everything's removed, no magazine. Make sure the chamber's empty before you do anything else with it. First and foremost, make sure you're not going to have an accident. First thing, we're going to remove the recoil spring plug, and use a multi-tool or something like that. Don't use a cartridge. You can use your fingers to push it down. It's easier with a tool. Push this down, move it to the right hand side of the pistol. Hold on to this as you let it out, because it will fly and you'll hunt it for an hour trying to figure out where it went. Now, remove the coil spring, remove the plug, set it to the side. Now you want to move the barrel bearing back to the other side, to the left hand side of the pistol, and this will come right out. Now, to take the slide off, just look at the side of it here. You've got the first notch there toward the front, which is what holds your slide open. If you're an owner of a 1911, you know what this is. Now, in order to remove that slide stop, you have to move it forward to that half moon, half circle slot. That's going to allow this to come out. Push it back from the other side, push it in, use a tool if you need to, if it's being stubborn, and it should come right out. Now, slide and everything will move forward. And what you're left with is a recoil spring guide and your barrel, which slides out through the front. Just like this. So this is all the parts you should have once everything is disassembled. And to put it back together basically is the complete opposite of what you just did. Totally in reverse. Put the barrel back through. Spring guide back in, and make sure when you put this in that this is resting on the barrel, and that the contour of this is the same as the top of the slide, or bottom of the slide, since we're looking at it upside down. Now, another thing that can cause a problem putting it together is this upper sear right here. If you can see it, moves up and down. Well, if you're trying to assemble your gun back together, put it up on the rails, and you're trying to move it forward and it's not going anywhere, it's not moving, well, more than likely that has dropped down. And just like then, it fell into place. So as long as that is in and the spring guide is lined up, which it's not here, it fell out of place, just flip it over, sure the upper sear is pushed in, the pistol will slide right back together. Just like that. Now, the next thing that people seem to have a problem with is the barrel link inside. Usually doesn't line up, or they are not getting it lined up properly. And I don't know if you can see that on this camera or not. There it goes. You'll see this on the inside. If that's not lined up, then you will not be able to get the slide stop back in. You should be able to see that. If that lines up, you're good to go. You can see it really well from the front when you're looking at it. If you have to move things around a little bit, move the barrel back and forth, then do what you got to do. Slide this in place. That holds everything together. Now, move the slide forward and line up the half moon part where the slide stop drops in. Let me lay this down. There, pushes right in just like this. Now that's together. Next step. The barrel bearing. Drop it, turn it to the left hand side of the gun, it'll drop into place. Move it back toward the right. And the spring and the plug. Yeah, be careful with this guy, this will fly on you. Hold it in place, get your tool, push it down, and then center barrel bearing over it and release it. Now the pistol's back together, everything should function properly, and that's it. You're back together, everything's functioning. That's all there is to it. If you enjoy watching this video and this helped you out in some way, then be sure to like and subscribe our YouTube channel. And follow us on Twitter, Facebook, we've got Google+. Be sure to go check those out, and be sure to go to our website, which is omegatacticalandsurvival.com. Lots of gun articles on there. There's survival preparedness articles. It's a blog, so be sure to check that out, and thanks for watching. We'll have more stuff coming soon.